Hey guys, it's Michael Fisher with PocketNow.com here at the AT&T Unwrapped event in New York City, checking out some new devices from HTC, from Samsung, from Nokia, a bunch of other manufacturers. We're going to go downstairs and take a look at some hardware. We'll show them all to you in the same video. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a little loud down there, but come party with us. Come on down, it's Pocket Now.
This is the One X Plus, and you'll notice that the buttons are white on the bottom because this is the AT&T version, and as such you get to see the AT&T logo appear. Different kind of AT&T branding that is a little bit different than before. We get that kind of little globe there, kind of in a nonchalant way. It's kind of out of the way, which is nice. If we go over to the back, we just get the Beats audio and the HTC logo. Totally different feel here, not the polycarbonate, but a soft touch plastic that we've had on devices for years now. It just feels really nice in the hand. But beyond that, it's an HTC One X, but better. For example, we have the really nice screen, the screen that many think is better than the iPhone 5, better than anything out there, even the Galaxy S3. Tremendous viewing angles. I'm tilting it to the side so you can just see how great the viewing angles are. This is the same screen as the One X. The difference here is we've got a 1.7 gigahertz NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor. The newer Tegra 3 processor is supposed to be faster in a lot of ways. We've got Jelly Bean, so Project Butter is in the house. We've got a new notification shade, cleaned up a lot here. If you notice that, I'm not exactly sure what's different here, but I can tell that something is indeed different. It's just a lot cleaner than it used to be. So we've got also new technology on the front-facing camera. I actually want to show you that. And by the way, I've never seen a camera app open this fast. Watch this. Boom. It's instant. I really have never seen a camera app open that fast. And that's awesome because you want to be able to take a picture quickly. So we're going to flip to the front-facing camera, which is now a higher resolution. And yes, that's Michael and that's me. And new features. So if you tap on a face, we'll tap on my face. You get a countdown. Smile. Yep, well, I didn't smile, I'm sorry. What it does is it does a countdown there, which is pretty cool, so you don't have to fumble with the buttons or anything like that. And that's pretty much it. It's a faster One X. It looks like a One X. It feels like a One X, just faster.
Hey guys, and staying with the HTC pattern, this is the HTC One VX, not the poison gas from the film The Rock, but the mid-range offering that complements the HTC One X Plus. This is running a 1.2 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 processor backed up by a gig of RAM. It is backed up by a storage capacity of, I believe, 8 gigs, but that is expandable via micro SD, just like a lot of other mid-range handsets released today, as we've discussed before. As far as hardware goes, the device feels actually really quite good in the hand. We have a nice silver bezel here and that white polycarbonate that we're familiar from the HTC One, the initial release. Popping it open in the front, HTC Sense, very responsive on this display. Very much like an HTC Sensation as far as the spec sheet goes and as far as the feel, not quite so much the look, but obviously not an overperforming gaming powerhouse, just a mid-range offering that happens to look quite nice once all the prototype numbers are removed.
So I've always wanted to run Android on my camera, and now I finally can with the Galaxy camera. We showed you this at IFA, but now I'm going to take a look at this camera, and it doesn't make phone calls, as you'll see in a second. What's interesting about this camera is that it's actually got pretty much the same innards as a Galaxy S3. It's got a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core Exynos processor. It's got a gig of RAM. It's got a screen that's about the same size, 4.77 inches, which is essentially 4.8 inches. Now, if you turn on the device, you don't get Android right away. You get the camera, and that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of cool stuff we can do with the camera, but first, I want you to take a look at the optical zoom, and hopefully the cameraman, Mr. Michael Fisher, can take the view up here. We are in beautiful New York City. We're going to use the 21 optical zoom. Again, this is Android doing this. This is your dreams coming true if you like photography. And it's got optical image stabilization. We're going to take a picture of this faraway place. I had to hold my breath for a second there. And we got a picture there. Let's see how the picture came out. Very lightweight device in the hand. A little bit of noise, but that's to be expected when you're zooming that much. I'm going to bring it back down to the table here, and we're going to take a look at what Android's like on a camera. So we're going to hit the home button, and that's how you get back into Android, or at least I think that is. We're going to hit the back button.
feed by itself.
Okay, I see. I feel the camera retracting, sort of. Force closed. That's okay.
I don't think this is final software.
It's not final software. And oh my gosh, we've got Jelly Bean here. This is. Let me remind you, this is a camera with Jelly Bean, and it is super smooth and super fast. This has data, HSPA plus data, not 4G LTE, which is great because you can instantly upload your photos to Dropbox. If you're using Instagram, you can pimp out your pictures, crustify them, or however you might want to like to apply your filters. But at the end of the day, this is Android. You can do all the cool stuff you can do with Android. Unlikely that we are going to get an internet connection here because we are running with very little bars there. But you know, it runs in portrait and landscape. This is a really interesting idea, and I'm personally curious to see if this device takes off or not. It's a very polarizing device. Do you really want a dedicated Android thing that has a camera that doesn't make calls? Are you willing to do that, or are you okay with just an Android phone that takes really good photos, like the Galaxy S3 and other phones like that? So this is the Galaxy camera, and I was delighted to take a tour of it here.
Hey guys, it's Michael again. We've all seen the Nokia Lumia 920. We're up here on the rooftop to try and get a little bit better light on this. This is obviously the banana yellow version. Not sure if that's the official color name or not. You can see the gloss here on the device. We've also handled the cyan version here, which probably will be my phone, just to give you an impression of what it feels like in the hand. This is absolutely, the 186 grams of this device are definitely apparent when you hold it, but they play into the hardware positivity that I'm a giant fan of devices that are not too light. Also, we have some good mechanical feedback here on the volume rocker, the standby button, and of course the shutter button / camera launch key. There's a lock screen, of course, for Windows Phone 8. We're not allowed to handle Windows Phone 8 on our own, but we have Kevin from Nokia who's going to just show us a little bit. Not much new in that respect, but let me hand over the phone to him and trade places.
Sure. Same as before, press and hold, and you see the little arrow right down here. Press it, you get the smaller tile, get the full-size tile, press it one more time, and you go back to the third-size tile.
And when it's in the smaller size, it'll still show notification.
Yes, you can
numbers.
see here, this one's showing one text message missing right there on one of the smaller tiles. If you had an email, same thing.
Right.
So the other unique things, differentiators for this device are our PureView imaging technology. So with this device, we actually have optical image stabilization. When you take that, combine it with our Carl Zeiss optics with the 2.0 aperture we have, you get amazing low light photography. With the optical image stabilization, you're able to leave the lens open longer, which allows more light into the sensor, which gives you great imaging in low light conditions.
Can we demo the stabilization?
We can. I'll do that at the end. What we also have here is our PureMotion HD 4.5-inch display. And what we have here is we've overclocked the display, so you actually get 60 frames per second on the display itself, so you get no lag or blurring when you scroll. You can see the ease of which you're scrolling here. We also have our clear black technology on this device, which allows great outdoor readability in high brightness situations. The other thing, we have integrated wireless charging on this device, so you don't have to plug it in. You can set it on a wireless charging accessory and charge it that way. We also have NFC capabilities for tap and share or tap to pair. And then we also have 32 gigs of built-in memory on this device. So the optical image stabilization, I will give you a brief demo here. We'll activate the camera.
Might be tough with the light, but we'll do our best.
Yeah, we'll do our best here. So as you can see here, as I start shaking the device, you can see it shaking, but when I press the shutter down halfway, the shake stops, but I'm still shaking my hand. Let up again and start shaking again. Once I press it again,
Camera there, but it is in person pretty apparent.
and the same thing for video. So that actually works on both video and imaging.
So not a whole lot of headline news here in New York City from the AT&T event, but a lot of awesome technology that we were really happy to get a first and sometimes a second look at.
Thanks to AT&T for having us out. A lot of cool technology on display tonight. Stop.